Hello, hello, good morning. Welcome to the stream. I'm going to go ahead and start on a new avatar today. Taklo is the name of this avatar. Also, hope everyone who celebrated had a good Thanksgiving. I ate a lot of turkey. It was good. Okay. And I do have to double check a few things, just his height. And boom, boom. 6'4". Okay. So I usually make a cube when I'm getting my height squared away. Let's make a cube, put in the top one, 6 feet 4 inches. There we go. Right there. That is the height. It's actually pretty much exactly what we need to be. And I just 1.93 meters in feet. Yeah, 6.3. Perfect. All right. So now we're going to, before we begin to adjust the anthropomorphic parts of the character, we have to adjust the height. This character is 6'4" already, so kind of good to go. We'll make a collection reference. So we'll do one there. Duplicate another. Just move it there. Both of these will set to front. Perfect. Okay, it's working. Now, let's just kind of scale them to the right height. So there. Okay, that should be basically the height of the character. Probably a little. No, that's pretty good. Drawing's taller than the character. Right there. Okay, perfect. So there's character reference in place. Now, for our purposes, we don't need to adjust too much, which is awesome. It's very good news. We just need to delete a few things. We're going to start by deleting the head and hands. And for our character here, I didn't copy the tail. But that's okay. Tails usually need to be fully remade anyway. This one's kind of unique too. It's like a chow tail, side curl. So that'll be somewhat unique. Now for the mask here. Do we have teeth? No, I'll have to go get those. I should have included that. Subdiv file. Up there. And just trying to get everything all lined up. As best we can. Actually, I should just base it off of the wrist. About little bit lower. Awesome. And we can just do 0.6. Scale it in a ways. Definitely doesn't have to be perfect. Most likely we'll do a bit of reworking anyway. And feet. The feet here are wrong because this character, well, I don't know. Let's take a look. So it does have the anthro, was it digigrade? So three points. So the legs will definitely need some adjustment. And we can actually just go ahead. Burp. Delete this and this. Right about there, a little bit further back. Okay. Before we start editing too much, let's get to the body, and we need to get the teeth and tongue from my previous character. Go. All right. So there's the start. Clearly, this character is much bulkier than current character. But one advantage of our setup here is we should be able to adjust things somewhat easily. I think. That one's moving fine. There we go. So definitely want that body out. We'll just scale and stuff. Well, you know what? We're just going to have to make a new rig anyway, aren't we? I'm always pretty torn doing this, but it doesn't take much time at all. Okay. All right, delete that. Delete the rig. Go ahead and delete these files here. And we're just in here. I think we need to go to miscellaneous clean scene. Just making sure everything for the AutoRig Pro is removed. And we'll make it again later. All right. Just no need to worry too much about that. Duplicate that. It's definitely a much broader, bigger body. go ahead and combine these elements. J, top, low, body. And delete that, and we can delete that. So we'll be getting a different version in just a moment. The eyes we'll just hide for now. And then merge these, bridge, merge. And for the feet, go ahead and do the same. Now here, so that is 10 edges, and this one is 8. We have 10 edges here, but can very easily merge some of these. I think the question is just which ones to merge. I think we'll do these ones. Just move them in a little bit. Extrude them. Or no. We just move that. This one's in. How does it work again? That one in. This one in. And then boom, boom, boom. And boom, boom, boom. There we go. So now 8, 8, bridge, no merge. We've got the beginnings of our digigrade leg. Okay. Now for the head, I'm going to move it a bit forward. So take our neck. All right. It's 5 edges. Okay, well, we can make another here. Oh. I prefer to have all my circular limbs here, here, and here be 8 edges. That is my preference. Now we're on 6 for this one. So how do we get the rest? We do have some additional ones there. Now our character does not have all this fluff. I want to redo the ear and chin. In fact, let's do that on a separate. Let's just do that. And close. just to have a really nice topology here, I'm going to delete these faces, and then run a cut here. Then take these edges and do cube, bridge, merge. Like so. All right. Well, I'm probably going to redo the whole ear anyway, so that might be... Oh, whatever. It doesn't matter. No need to worry too much. Okay, then we'll get rid of this one. Saw edge. So just keep going. So that's pretty funky. That'll need some redoing. I think I can dissolve. Might as well just start deleting stuff actually, because I know that it's not going to come together nicely enough. So we'll go ahead and grab that. Oh, there it is. Boop. Delete that. Grid fill. Almost there. So we just have an extra loop. And at center. There we go. Okay, so that's the first step. Next is, let's double check the reference. This character has very pointed ears. So let's do that. We'll go in here. And first step, we'll just dissolve a few of these. We really only need this tip portion. Right here. That. And then for the front, just kind of align it. Side to be a little bit more like that. A little bit lower. But something like that. All right, good start already. Definitely heading in the right direction. All right, so just to visually discuss the differences here, the eye is smaller and more lidded, heavily lidded. The snout's much bigger, and the jaw goes further back. And the ears, in fact, the whole face is more forward, and the ears are further back. So that's kind of some of the main differences there. So we'll go ahead and move that ear back. And let's move kind of the whole. No, I'd rather move the face forward. Like that. All right. Nice. And then much more pointed nose. Just kind of leveling out the top here. Something like that. A little bit. Much sharper on this forehead or eyebrow ridge. Like that. Head's a little bit squatter overall. I'm just going to move that down a little ways. And then the neck goes back much further. So I'll just do this. Boom, boom. All right. Now the ear goes in more than previous setup. The hair is going to be very important to making the ears look proportional. Can a furry be a furry? Like, if a furry character wanted to be a different animal, are they a super like a, does that make sense? Like, if a furry wanted to be a furry, are they also a furry? Like a wolf that wants to be a cat. Oh shit. Um so this has 5 edges. Oh, I see. I see now that I don't need to make as much crap. What I did here, I would like to undo. So let's back up. Six is fine. We'll just go ahead and do this. Because we'll probably need that for a thicker neck, more muscular neck. Let's combine this back now. All right. Head's a little bit too big right now. And then we just merge. All right. Let's go ahead and grab the whole arm. I'm going to move it over, make the torso a bit thicker. .6660. X should be pretty big. All right. I'm going to go into sculpt mode so we can get this sorted out here. Oops, that's too much. Let's get the inflate tool. A little bit of that. Bigger butt. He's got a badonk, so like a badonk. Thighs too. and calves for sure. The feet actually do need to be much wider. Or the toes and foot. Boom, boom. 0.6 is X. So just try it down a little ways. First we'll scale them and scale them up. Boop. Forward a little bit. This is kind of annoying me right there. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Bada boom. Do 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 do. Do. Actually gotta dissolve some of the neck here, just so there's a little less to work with. Maybe even this one. Just for right now. I can always add that back. I'd rather just remove it for now so that there's less undulation in the geometry. We can hit it with this tool, make sure that the geometry's playing nice. Then 0.6 SX0, close up the gap. Awesome. Okay. So, things are progressing pretty well. Look at the face as a whole. So the ears go inward. We have a very wide floof. So kind of a narrow nose. The nose is roughly the right size, or the muzzle, but then the cheeks will kind of come out to a point. And we'll also need to get the hair in there. Hair in there, because that will be pretty important for actually giving the full volume. Because the top of the head's pretty flat, like a canine would be. But then kind of all fits in this very diamond shape. Okay, right about there. Whoa. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Looks very Doberman right now. Doberman. And there's a lot of fluff that's missing right now. Once we get a lot of that hair actually in, it's gonna. I'm mostly just saying that to remind myself because there's only so much tweaking I can do without that in there. If I do too much work without the proper context, then I won't actually be making the right decisions. So we'll do what we can for now, but eventually I will definitely have to get the hair in there to actually get everything correct. So here, right at this point, I want to make the jaw. So I'm just going to extrude it first. Then this edge, I will actually just dissolve. Nice. And then go in here, just kind of give a little bit of smooth. Oh, that chin. Like so. Oh, Panda, James, so welcome. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. We're working on a client commission right now. James. A Panda James. Gotcha. Jams. Jams and James. But welcome. So that very angular edge. Floof. Edge floof. Wow, that chin looks so odd. And for the chin, I'm going to kind of bring that in just a little. Wish I had the patience for sculpting. It certainly has its moments of patience, required patience. But I like it. I like it a lot. I have a lot of fun doing it. And it's certainly faster than when I first started. I have a lot of little shortcuts now that I know, and really takes a lot of the pain out of it. Are you involved in 3D modeling at all, or have just tried it out more of a hobby capacity? Probably dissolve that. Do this. I don't need to do that. So I want to make my own avatar with actual organs. Oh, wait. But my God, was I in over my head? There's a lot to the process. I was just talking with someone yesterday, like we're just going over stuff, and it's like, yeah, there's first you got to make the model, then you got to texture the model. It definitely gets to be a lot. Yeah, I kind of got into doing this just because I really wanted to, or still really want to make my own animations. Um, so just like kind of learning it, like how do I do this or how do I do that, and eventually I just kind of, thankfully with Blender there and Unity. There's a lot of tutorials out there. So I mostly just was able to absorb as much of the internet as I could. Move this down here, that, and then kind of in, where it's more like there's a lip, bit of a lip there. But VR chat's super cool because it's just so kind of, there's so much creator content, you know. There's just a lot of creativity happening in the space, which is really fun to see. I like my avatar a certain way, so it's a bit harder for me to find a tutorial I'd like. Absolutely. Yeah. Because you can do anything in Unity for the most part, there's a lot of nuance to it. Yeah. Really, really get caught up in what is a specific way you'd like to approach it. There we go. And this is an interesting little spot here. We need to do that. Just break that up a little bit. Nice. All right, that looks better. Now the chin is going out too far on this side. So let's do a little bit of that. Nice, that's looking better. So that'll be the kind of the lower chin. That way. Which is a little bit more defined. I knew where it ended a little bit easier. All right, well, that's a good start. Looking at the top of the muzzle. So it's a little bit flatter from like here to here. Boom, boom, boom. Bring that in. And that in. Go this way a little. Then I have issues of getting clothes to match the base. Yeah, it's unfortunate how difficult clothes are in digital stuff, you know. Just not not definitely not like fabric, like actual fabric. It's a lot more like you're just making a separate piece of skin over a character. You're just making more of the character itself. Usually things just don't fit. And then the lips are pretty straight. So we'll want to kind of straighten out this curve here. Weight painting gets on my nerves. Oh, yeah. There's so many stupid little things that can just go wrong in there. I've been using this tool lately called AutoRig Pro. And that's kind of helped me out a little bit with actually getting like a rig for the character set up, like the actual skeleton. But pretty much just like clothing, or kind of because it's in the similar space. But usually, when you need something to move right, that means it really needs a custom work. Sorry to yawn. All right, so the peak of the cheek fluff is pretty much level with the muzzle or the nose. So we need to move this to like here. So either move that there or change up which one targeting. I think we'll just switch it up to be this one. A little bit easier on the topology. Like that. I might put a cut here. The neck without flute reminds me of Bryce Hall. Not familiar with Bryce Hall. Bryce Hall. Instagram person? TikToker? Oh, apologies. Oh, I haven't even touched my Red Bull. No wonder I'm yawning. I have a wide neck. I'll send him a screenshot. Be like, is this you? He does have quite an angular chunk to him. Or this character does. Angular chunk. Go back a little bit with this. There we go. That feels much closer now. Definitely should be a wider base as well. Well, if you're interested in learning making avatars and stuff, I'm usually streaming like kind of Monday to Friday. Noah Beck. Yeah, I was looking at Bryce Hall. I was like, I guess I could see it, but gotcha. Yeah, he looks like he could be a linebacker. A little bit like that. Put in. All right. Things are shaping up. Let's work on the rest of the body. So definitely want the waist. Hips should be wider. For sure. They look way too small right now. 6. Ooh. Can squeeze that out. Yeah, if you're ever interested in learning VR chat modeling and stuff, I pretty much am here every day of the week. I wasn't yesterday because it was Thanksgiving, but generally that is the case. Also needs a big booty. Bigger. Bigger. More. And might be a little bit too well. It's just his waist, his torso feels small. Probably because his arms look odd. Let's get those beefed up. How's your turkey day? Oh, thank you for asking. It was good. I got to hang out with um, some friends and my brother, so it was pretty good. We just kind of chilled, drank, ate the usual. But that's why it's nice, you know. Most of the time I'm just working, so it feels good to take a break from that and do people stuff. How about yourself? I don't like that that's a triangle. Should not be a triangle there. I guess that works. It gives more definition there. Bring out the peck. Like that. I think we want to bring the arm in just slightly. The wrist is definitely looking a little too puffy. Oops. Uh-oh. Damn it. Oh, man. What happened here? Okay, I see. I see what happened. We'll just go ahead and delete that part. Move it over. Help my mom cook. My grandma came over for a visit. Oh, that sounds awesome. Nothing like cooking for Thanksgiving. Yeah, I ate a lot of ham. That was my favorite. And not just because my name is Sam. I love ham. Let's pull that shoulder out a little bit. Yeah, that's much better. Then I do feel that the torso is still just a little too short. We're going to move the leg down just a little bit. 6. SZ. Better. Let's turn on the mirror. Now, there, so much better. Much better. Sorry to yell. Just stretching, you know how it goes. Okay, that ankle is messed up, so let's get that squared away. Boom. I hope everyone else who is tuning in also had a fantastic Thanksgiving, or at least just a good, solid Thursday. I know not everyone celebrates Thanksgiving. All right, so for the ankle, we're going to split it so we can actually get a heel. Rip it, move it up, connect it, cut it, close it. Boom, like that. And now we have a nice little chunk of geometry that will actually give us the shape we want. Or at least closer to it. Like that. Nice. Leggy 380. Yeah. Let's move the leg out just a ways. And the curve here, that does not look quite right. I want it to be kind of a very sharp shape. Bam. Oh yeah, that looks much better. All right. Let's also raise the head up a little bit. It's going to make him a little bit taller than I intended, but I can always shrink him down. It would be good to just have a little bit more neck. Indeed. Welcome, Kyomri. Hope you're having a good day. But yes, we are moving on to a new avatar. Alma is pretty much finished. Pretty much. Or the girl I was working on yesterday. And I will be working a bit on her over the weekend, I think. Getting her ready to sell. Excuse me. Also, hope you had a good Thanksgiving, Kyomri. If you celebrate. Either way, hope you had a good Thursday. 0.6x. Perfect. Yeah. It's got a wide neck, but that was a little bit too fit. All right. So let's go ahead and give him more form here in the crotch. These ones we can go ahead and delete. Excuse how graphic that looks, but we just got to make that really quick. There we go. There we go. We'll kind of decrease that. And then dissolve that edge. All right. More Ken doll rather than completely smooth. All right. We also need to get rid of the crease or seam here. And here. Wait, no, that's right. That one's right. Okay, yeah, we have the red circle. Perfect. Okay. And now the torso looks pretty good. I do feel like that where the shoulder, or sorry, the traps meet the shoulder could use a little bit more. Also, the pecs and the drawing are much bigger than I have here. I think we'll move the top of them up and down just a little. So something like that and that. Then pull the shoulder blade out a little bit. Some nice musculature there. Musculature. Better. Okay. So now, looking at the face, the eyes here have a much more lidded look, whereas these ones are kind of open. We just want to lower the section. I'm actually going to design. No, we can leave that for now. But we're going to squish this down until we get a nice kind of half-lidded look, a little bit more serious. And then we're going to front, bring this down as well, this up. Just going to tweak it. And then also there's definitely much more of a eyebrow than we have currently. So let's push this forward. That. It's not a lot of drawings that have like kind of a front on view. See a little bit there. Kind of feel like we should do a rip right here. Or even take this spot right here and indent it. Maybe that didn't quite work, so maybe it's kind of close though. Let's try one more time. Extrude to remove the crease. So this spot here we can go ahead and close. That, I think. Let's back up one more step. Remove the selection there. Extrude again. Yes, okay. Okay, yeah. So then we can take the brow at this point, kind of move it in a little ways. Right now it looks a little too serious, but we'll be changing that soon. can even take this spot, kind of go the other way. Bring that in a little and then dissolve this side. So we've got much more expressive eyebrows. Hello, Pichu. Welcome. Happy Friday. Hope you had a good holiday yesterday if you celebrated. But I hope you guys had a good time either way. Model's looking great. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, we just started him today. Just getting him all situated. Doing good. Just rested for now. Hey, that sounds like a fantastic Thursday. Friday, I mean. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the weekend myself. Just get a little chill weekend. And let's go ahead and squeeze the muzzle in. It's much more of a diamond shape on the muzzle as well. See, it's like diamond for the head, diamond for the muzzle. So I guess we'll try to go like that. Even a diamond for the nose. Boom, 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 boom. Diamonds. And then from the side, much more pointy. And in fact, the nostril goes back a little bit further. Probably not as much as the drawing. Translation from 2D to 3D is always a little different. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. A nice-oo. Y'all and your November food comas. I definitely got so sleepy after eating. I was sitting there talking with people, like my brother and I ate, and then I was just like, oh man, I gotta go back home because I'm exhausted. I ate so much already, and now I'm just sleepy. Oops. Need a Red Bull on the side while eating. Fight that tryptophan, whatever it's called, the turkey sleepy chemical. Well, turns out it's just the amount you eat that makes you feel sluggish. Yeah, I had a lot of bread and potatoes. The carbs will really make you sleepy. Looks like he has a huge cheekbone. That's not quite what I want. Don't want a skull. Also, the muzzle comes off to the side here. So we should have a little bit of this. It's looking pretty close, though. Getting there. I'm going to go into sculpt mode, wireframe. I'd like to just smooth this out here a bit. Get that topology evenly spaced. Bada boom. All right. So actually looking at the drawing here, this one, it seems like the floof kind of comes around the neck. Almost like a cobra hood or a hoodie. So that's something we'll want to replicate. How, though, is a different question. We could extrude this section. That. Then dissolve this. This. We just have this section here. Looks a little odd. Let's kind of smooth it. Yeah, just a little more floof on the head. Get rid of that because it doesn't really appear in some of these drawings. I think it's a little bit less important that that is there. We'll want a little bit, but not so much that it. Like I can see it here. And a little bit here, but not really in this drawing. Let's see. It would have to be these vertices right here that do it. I would kind of need a cut going up here to really make it happen. So let's do that. start here. There, there, there. That. All right, we'll come back to that. I'm not really feeling that right now. I think instead we'll start on the clothing. And let me actually review which set of clothing was requested. Oh man, I wish I could pop my neck. Do you ever get that like a pinch on your neck? Just want to like crunch it, but that's really bad for your neck. And the streetwear outfit. Perfect. Okay, so this one here is what we'll be starting. I'm going to go to my clothes section. And we'll just grab, doesn't really matter. Let's grab this one. Here. Because it's all going to require quite a bit of retrofitting. All right. So let's start on making the clothing. So this ends on the kind of ankle here. About here. And clearly don't want that to be quite so expansive. All right. Ow, my neck. Ah. Excuse me. Sorry to sneeze. So we will crease this spot and bevel it so that we can shrink this one in. And this one out. All right. Clothing's fitting pretty well. I used to just copy the body and kind of extrude it, but I've found that that yields weird, just harder to work with. Harder to work that way. There we go. And then we'll want start of the jacket. Let's go back to our clothes. I guess we could do this one. It's made for a very busty lady, but actually we'll do this one. Let's do some retrofitting. B3, welcome back. So how much do you charge for Blender tutorials? So I need to learn how to sculpt like that well. Right now, I have not ever made a tutorial for Blender. Not too many. Just some like simple stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I was thinking of doing like a class at some point. Um, if I was to do anything, it'd probably be like a class, because that's a little bit easier to actually teach. Um, like a VR chat avatar classroom, I guess. Because I've taught classes before. I haven't really done tutorials, but I have done taught Blender in the past to some students. Dude, there is a kid outside just screaming so much. I'm ready to go outside and yell at him because he's yelling. I'm glad that you show controls now. Yeah, I figured that I'll just kind of keep that on now because it really, especially when I upload I do upload a lot of my stuff to YouTube, although I haven't been. I've been uploading my streams to YouTube, but I haven't been making them public because I was just kind of saving them to do like if I ever wanted to show like a time lapse or something. But now I'm thinking I should just actually make those available. Uh, yeah, but to answer your question B3, I'll have to think about it. If I was to do something like that, I would probably just share it on YouTube. Like, oh, how to do this or something like that. Because my main concern right now is just like kind of growing awareness of what I do. Um, but I guess my question for you is like, what specifically is your kind of uh, what specifically are you looking to learn? You know, would it be how to just like actually do modeling and stuff? Like actually just like can I use Blender? Manipulate clothing like you did for the pants to fit. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Hmm. Okay. I could see doing that relatively easily. This kid outside. It's driving me nuts. I think I'm going to go close the slider really quick. I'll be right back. I'm just going to go close the window. All right. Yeah, I could do that. Just like how to subdivide things and set up, move the clothing around the body. Yeah, let me write that down. Tutorial. Okay. Save that there. Oh, I was using Sharpie for that. Man, Sharpie is just such a potent smell. That would make my life so much easier, but don't stress on it. I was just impressed with your skills. Well, thank you, B3. Um, I do want to be making that kind of content. So I appreciate your interest because that makes me feel like it's definitely much more valuable to do because I'd love to not only share what I do, but also just, make myself a little more known as someone, you know, that does this kind of thing. Because I look at a few other people that stream and do VR chat avatars like Kade, Kide. And it's like, I think it's really worth me doing that. Anyway, that's more of like a how do I become a content creator kind of thought. But all right, we're just squishing it in. Yeah, so most of what I'm doing right now is I'm just scaling. So I hit S to scale, and then I'm just scaling on the Y axis, SY. If I put like that, you can see it a little bit better. I'm just scaling in a certain direction so that right now I'm just trying to fit it from this perspective onto the body. Makes it a little bit easier. Usually, the easiest way to kind of like break down 3D stuff is to actually make it as flat and 2D as possible. That makes sense. You're like trying to find the right perspective where you can actually see um, in a very concrete way. Like, oh yeah, it is fitting, or it is intersecting. How do I visualize that? All right. Now, looking at this drawing here, there's basically this hoodie here, and then there's also another hoodie. So it's a jacket and a hoodie, is what I'm seeing. Now, the question is this just a collar up top, or is it a hoodie? Is it like a full. All right, this one's definitely just a collar, the inside one, dude. It's a little hard for me to tell. We've got that. This here. This here. So this one's definitely a collar there. I guess it's just two collars, is what it looks like. Oh, a little bit of a question mark there. Maybe I'll turn it into a hoodie. Let's look up some techwear reference. Go on to Pinterest and my other monitor. Techwear jacket. So we're just looking for something similar. I mean, there's definitely some big hoodies here, but they're like a collar. It's not a hoodie. It's like a huge, huge collar. All right, so I'm going to assume that that's what it is. Something more like this. All right. So that's kind of what we're thinking. And it only goes to the forearm, right about here. Scale that in a little bit. I'm actually going to put the cursor there, delete these, Shift A, create a circle. Of 8. Shrink it down. Now waits. I know that it's a perfect circle. Not the band. Though they're great. Just bevel that. Move it back a little bit. Bevel. And then we'll just want to scale that up. Move it over a little bit. Then we can also crease this one. Dent it. Is it done? Indent that. There we go. All right. So that's a good start. Then I will be making a zipper here eventually. I'm just going to leave some space there right now. Let's just make it. Let's close it. Extrude and close it. That's where the zipper will go. Excuse me. As for the jacket as a whole, I do think it goes down a bit further than I had. Just a little bit, because the clothing or our pants here are probably a little bit baggier than I've made them. Something like right about there. And this will also go down a bit further. The front, move down, something like that. Nice. Okay. Feels like it's starting to head that direction. And once again, looking at this collar, it kind of comes up here. We have this chunkier part, and then goes around back. So we'll go ahead and make the chunky part. Yeah. Like this. We'll actually take these 2 points and vertex crease them. So that we have that really nice chunk. Well, that's not actually how it works. Let's back up a little bit. We'll delete that, remove the crease, and instead have, I'm going to rip this and then fill in like this. But okay, so now it has this topology we can follow. So it looks like one of them cyberpunk collars. That's true. That'd be a good reference to look at. Cyberpunk. I never played that. It's fun though. A little bit buggy at first, but probably pretty fun. Q Donkey. Oh, hello, Drema. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Friday. So it splits here. Get the collar. Then I think there's a second collar. There has to be because there's another set of zipper. So it's like a double collar. But in order to do that, kind of need to make just a little version of it. Like that. All right. Boom, boom. And oh, it's Alpha Dog. I would definitely get a sense of character, maybe a leader type of character from the drawings. Point 8 SY that way. And then these ones also a little bit further out. Just trying to fit everything in there. That's what. No, it's magic. All right. Still kind of trying to find that right shape for the collar. It definitely goes out to the side too strongly. You can actually extrude this a little bit. So that'll be this little boop. And then just something like that. Dancing striptease on a pole. It's possible. It's possible. Whatever the user decides to do. VR chat is quite known for that. Was it Kaomi was telling me how apparently there was a concert recently, like a live concert, IRL in real life, that someone was they had a dancer, someone on a pole, like a strip tease kind of thing. Um, but it was a virtual dancer, like a VR. Someone in VR chat was in dancing, and then but they were streaming it IRL, which is super fascinating. That definitely like reminds me of Blade Runner. Getting Blade Runner vibes from that kind of thing. Those drop them there. Now I can turn the body off. Then the arms here, there's a large shoulder and then these bands. One, two, at least two on both sides. And then I think it's just a rolled up sleeve. So here. Let's see. And it's okay because for it to be a little bit baggy, the clothing does have like a bulkier kind of vibe. Dissolve that, cut it, bevel, and then bevel again. I'm gonna shrink it a little. And then we will crease these edges. And then extrude along normals like that. Got the start of that. They're a little bit thicker than this. Well, the drawing makes them look thicker. But I can make them a bit more. Boom, boom. Just make sure to move this over a ways. And then here, grab this one. Boom, boom. Move it over. Boom. Move that one over. Okay. Yeah, that seems a bit more correct. Kind of like that. All right. Now, there are a lot of wrinkles. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, James. Much appreciated. Thank you for hanging out with me this morning. Definitely fun to share what I'm working on with everyone. So I do stream pretty much every weekday, so anytime during the week you can catch me here. I have sad panda noises. Oh no! In what way? The follow sound? Just found out one of the members of my favorite music group got kicked out. Oh no, that's a bummer. Is it like is it BTS? I don't know who it is. I'm just that was more of a joke, but Luna, Luna, Luna. Oh, it's K-pop though. They tend to have somewhat dramatic happening. I think any idol group. Chew, Pichu. Well, hopefully it's not for like crazy reasons. Sometimes some of the drama that's come out of K-pop in the last few years has been pretty wild. She sued the company for mistreatment, and they kicked her out. Tried to say she was a bully towards staff. Uh oh. I tend to trust the actual staff, not the staff, the singers and idols more because those creative media companies are, what's the word, unscrupulous. They're pretty they'll get away with a bunch of stuff if they can. Scrupulous. Scrupulous. Which other members of the staff said she was never mean or nasty towards them? Yeah, I would, yeah, I would tend to believe her over the company. Company's just, man, just learning some of the other stuff that happened like it's just wild. What a weird world to be involved in. Little this strap with buckles on it. Crease that. Shrink it. Well, hopefully she lands on her feet. I'm sure another company would probably want to work with her right away. Better treatment with her new companion. Exactly. Rooster Teeth is a good example of a similar problem. Yeah, yeah. I actually don't live too far away from them. Um, I was like, when I first moved here, I was like, oh, maybe I should like consider applying, and then all that drama came out about it, and I was like, I won't. I would rather not do that. She get better treatment with her new. I was like, she has a companion. Is that what they call girlfriends in K-pop world these days? She's like a Doctor Who kind of character. So I want to make sure we have a big pocket here too. She started her own company with her mom. Oh, very cool. After she won the lawsuit against her old agency. Was this the agency she just left or another agency? The agency she just left? Okay. All right. I wasn't sure if you meant like, yeah, that makes more sense. Like she already sued another company? What is going on? Oh man, that loud kid that I was complaining about a second ago is now on this side of the house. And I can hear him through this window. And his techwear is looking pretty good. Look at that. Dope. Oh, I don't want him to be blue though. I might as well just do this. This. Yeah. Go cloud body. We'll do the brown color. That's too dark. Yeah, I remember like what was it a year or two ago now when it came out that like a bunch of the media companies in the K-pop world were like basically what do they call that? Like an escort company? Techwear underwear over there? Techwear underwear. Uh, yeah, just wild. A wild. So far, we won't be making underwear for him unless the client requests that. But a techwear jock strap or something. It's got lights on it. That's funny. Glow in the dark, exactly. Audio link. Audio link. A little point here, which is hard to see. I can't see it at all. Where is it? Oh, there it is. And we're gonna make the little whatever this is. Actually, I should dissolve these two. Take this one, move it forward. do this. Shift D, one, boom, boom. And then we'll bevel this vertice. All right, there we go. Sure, that was pretty hard to see. And we'll slap a subdivision on there. All right. Then I think we need some sunglasses. Sunglasses are always kind of fun to make. I don't see any, what do they call that? Stems on there, so we'll do that. Looks pretty close. We just need them closer to the eyes. And then I guess we just indent this and delete it. Then we'll fill it in a second. It doesn't seem to me that there's no actual like ear strapped to them. They're just kind of floating. I'll have to double check with the client there. But it looks like it's just floating to me. So I think that's exactly what we'll do. Nice. Glasses. All right, I'm gonna go to the restroom. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Okay. So now we need to think about actually closing up the collar here. First, let's crease them. Like so. And then, so looking at this, we have the zipper, obviously. It goes up one side. The difficulty with jackets is, and like vests and things, is they're not perfectly symmetrical. There are differences, such as the zipper, so I'll have to take that into account. I think I'll just basically design it as if the zipper didn't exist and just add it once I apply the mirror. Okay, that's the plan. That is the plan. Next, let's take our collar. Just going to duplicate it and just move it up slightly. So I then can grab the edge here. And bridge. Bridge. Ah. Bridge it. Shift N. Now we have looking for, but that needs to be up a bit further. And forward a little bit. That. Okay. Now we can go ahead and crease these edges. Like this. And we get a nice collar. Maybe a little bit too big right now, but it's looking pretty good. All right. Next, extrude that in. Fill it. Crease it. One, 8 and 6. And there. Boom. Move it out. I messed up. Wait. Did I? What happened here? Didn't I merge this one and this one? Like that? Thank you. Boom. Dunner. Know what a yin is? It sounds. I can only assume that it's a slightly horny thing. But that's all I really know about it. I don't think you play VRC much. I'm 90% sure I know what it is, but I can't say positively. It's a hyena furry base. Gotcha. So nothing too crazy. I think I'm thinking of a different term then. Oh, I'm thinking of YIF. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, I know the base. I know which base you're talking about. Pretty sure I've seen it around. becoming as popular as Rex now. So interesting how popular the furry bases get. That's what I need to make next. It's a solid furry base. It's impressive, really. I'm going to rip this. Or just move it over. Wish there was a little bit more geometry here. Oh, I can also crease it. I mean, the people who make those, like I was looking at, the Rex base and looking at the sales on it. It's like that person's probably made well over $500,000. What is it? Rex? Oops. Rex VR chat. It's like they have 1,426 ratings, right? 1,426 ratings. Usually, less people do a rating than a sale. So we could say maybe for every 5 people, one person made a rating. So in terms of sales, they've made maybe 6,000. So 6,000 times 45 is what? $270,000. It's like potentially is how much has been made from here. And that's not even including commissions. They have a commercial license too. Nuts. Actually nuts. No one has ever given it a 2-star rating. That's so funny. You got 3 stars, 4 stars, a 1 star, but no 2 stars. Funny. Albert is the Yin maker, if wondering. Yin. QC. This one? Oh yeah, no, I've seen this one a lot. Yeah, I follow them on Twitter, I'm pretty sure. I don't think I can go to their Twitter, though. If I remember what they've posted recently. Duplicate this, scale it in slightly, and move it forward slightly, just a little. And then, boom, 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 bridge, crease. There we go. Crease that one. And we got the second collar. Okay, I see what I'm missing in this though. Right now, there's no indication of this. It's like a layered material, right? So a yin base crossed with a short stack and looks great. Oh heck yeah. So it seems to me that the most active VR chat user or community is the furry community. It's a little hard for me to tell because I'm just not super social myself, at least in VR chat. Um, but it seems to me that they are the biggest community. Boothies, I call them. I was like, you call them booties? uh, well, VR. I mean, Japan is really into VR chat. There's a lot of Japanese users in on VR chat, which is pretty cool to see, actually. It's kind of twisting. They just they just signed a deal with VR chat. Oh, really? What? Really? Oh, that's huge. Where did you hear that? Interesting. If you wouldn't mind just forwarding that to me, I'd love to check it out. My email is just samdetter@gmail.com. I would genuinely be super interested in checking that out because I think by the end of the year, there's going to be multiple VR chat or avatar related stores out there. Um, and VR chat, I just cannot believe that VR chat has no avatar store right now. I'll also double check that as well to make sure. Yeah, please do. I'd be super interested. I because that would be really really good news for creators. Really really good news. That's probably the. I genuinely like daily think, why the heck does VR chat not have a store? It's like you should make an avatar store now. I do have a Gumroad, and I do have some avatars ready to go. Also, hello, Colin. Hope you're having a good Friday. Um, but like, I would gladly pay a percentage to VR chat to have if they had a store in game. As like, it would change the whole dynamic. And most importantly, it would help prevent theft. Like that to me, that's a huge deal. It's like, well, they should be able now. I hope so. I hope so. I mean, they got the whole UI and menu set up. I think they're definitely heading that direction. Yeah, thanks. Good. Home from work, reading patents, and you are a terrific background. It's good. That is, I appreciate that. Um, Certainly fun to do like a, I'm basically like a work stream. So since EAC was for advertisers, etc., yeah, they needed it badly, badly. Um, and yes, that is kind of exactly the news I've been hoping for a while now. I'm still just like blown away because they had to like raise funds and money a while back to like do all this stuff, and it's like, just make a story. I tell my girlfriend I watch Twitch while I work, draw a Flash game, because it's like having friends. I understand that feeling. Oh, it's beveling that way. Well, it's definitely a friendly stream here. VR chat is my friend for friend hangout since 2018. Yeah, yeah, I you know definitely check out VR chat as well, Colin. It's the It is the place to be these days. But most importantly, it's a fun place to be. This character's looking pretty good already. Oh, is that a scar? I did not notice there was a scar on the tummy. You can even learn different languages. I have actually been seriously considering going to um like there's like a daily Japanese class. I'd love to check that out. I'm waiting for whenever the next VR rig comes out. It's like all the companies are waiting for each other. Fair. HTC has been teasing something though. They really have. Like, and Valve as well. They're like, oh, we might do something. It's like, just do it already. um, yeah, I think I'm super pumped for this next generation of headsets because I really am hoping that face tracking and stuff like that becomes a standard. I think that would just really be a huge, hugely cool part of VR. Vive 2, I'm waiting for wireless standard. Exactly. Yeah, the Quest 2 is hard to pass up because it's just so convenient in the sense that you can be wireless and stuff like that. But then at the same time, you're like, but also fuck Meta. So you know what I really need to start doing is just having like little chat hangouts on stream or something. We'll just do like a weekly get together for chat here. Maybe like a world thing. There's already the world group that I have been meaning to go to for so long. The world meetup in VR chat. Uh, who knows? If I forget to that. Okay, this guy needs, or the pants do need a butt here. At least just a little bit. Maybe not like that. This back crease does not look very good. You know for a fact Valve will never come out with a third headset. Well, as I understand it, based on what sadly it's Bradley has been saying, is like they seem to be wanting to create like an ecosystem like PCs are, where you can have all this plug and play. They can't count to three. That's fair. I should have seen that one coming. um, yeah, the I'd be super. I hope that they do, where you can have like swappable RAM displays for like a headset strap. That'd be. Sorry, there's someone yelling very loudly outside. Oh, it stopped now. Modular components would be good. Absolutely. Like, I'd love to be able to just upgrade certain things. Like, oh, they came out with new pancake lenses. Oh, I'm gonna put that in there. I can hear people yelling outside. It's been so loud. Oh, it's because it's, of course, it's just after Thanksgiving. A bunch of people are home and have the day off. Of course. Anyway, yeah, more VR is good news for Sam. And very good news if indeed Booth and VR Chat are partnering up, because I should make a booth now. In Canada. Happy Thanksgiving to the rest of you. Well, if you didn't celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope you had a great Thursday. Either way. No, I'm gonna leave this alone. I'm gonna put that back together. Still hear someone yelling. Way west, Toronto. I just went to Ottawa recently, which is the East Coast. Or yeah, Ottawa, Toronto. I think that's all in the same area. It's a little hard for me to keep geography straight in my head. Um, where are the eyeballs? I had to check Sam's ArtStation because his accent seemed like the same as local here. But he's in LA, and I think yeah, that's the same as Toronto and BC. Oh, interesting. Um, yeah, I'm from California. I grew up in California. Um, kind of close to LA, relatively, world geography close to LA, Southern California. But I'm currently live in Texas. That's where I am right now. Austin, Texas. Which is pretty nice. I like it so far. You probably say soda. I don't know how else I'd notice. I do say soda, correct. Not pop. Yeah, I still am like, it's still weird to me to hear it said as pop. Like that. That just does not compute in my brain. In my little head. Carbonated beverage. Is Pepsi okay? No. I only drink Red Bull. That's my drink of choice. Right, we are going to rip right here. Take this and rip it up. So we can do this. There's probably an easier way to do that. That works for me. Bubbly here, kicking Diet Coke slowly. I've heard that Diet Coke or like diet drinks are like people do seem to get addicted to them. I don't know how true that is, but it's just what I've heard. And there's a link for the VR chat contract mentioned earlier somewhere. I don't see it. So Pyomri was saying that they received an email recently regarding it. Um, I'm not subscribed to Booth myself, so I'm unsure. Or you know what? I think I might be. Double check that. I don't know if I would have gotten news for it though. Updates. Let's say Booth. No, I have not received anything. Share that link here too, Camry. Just curious. Yeah, I'm very curious as well. We shall see. I think they're not usually working when they're here on stream, so they might not be able to respond right away. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think that would be a big step forward for VR chat. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Either way, I do think that's the direction they're going. Even if it's not now, they will certainly be looking to create their own marketplace soon. If they don't, they are actually dumb. Maybe that's rude to say, but it's like they have to take advantage of that. It's like, oh, we could be making hundreds of $1,000s every month. Nah. No VR chat avatar store is a huge hole in the market though. Is VR chat on PS5? I believe they're only PC and Oculus. Um, I'd be very interested to see if they did end up on consoles though. I mean, that could be if they get on consoles like PS5 or something. I think that yeah, that'd be very fascinating. PS5 VR is apparently decent. Yeah, I've heard it's quite good. Um, Based on a lot of the recent demos I've been seeing of Lumen and Nanite, the Unreal Engine stuff, like they're look the PS5 should be able to take advantage of that kind of fidelity quite easily, and I think would potentially make them make VR very popular. A store would be like the Second Life store Land Rush. Exactly. It is pretty interesting to see how in a lot of ways how ahead of the times Second Life was. It was like I mean clearly that's definitely what they were aiming for is to like be a trendsetter. Um but just they really did. The hands should probably be a little bit bigger. VR Chat, the world's largest social VR game, and Boom have announced a new collaboration. This partnership has brought forward these projects. Basically, the title of my email. Ooh, yes. If you're able to email it to me, just samdutter@gmail.com. That would be awesome. Um, or like maybe screenshot it in the Discord. I would love to read those projects, or just post it. However you want to do it. Sorry, you know what to do. I'm harassing you. We're gonna fill in this here. Perfect. just cleaning up the chest topology. I think what I want to do is take these spots right here and flatten them. Oh, okay. Booth PM announcement. English. How do I set up auto translate? I will just. Oh, here we go. I've announced new collaboration. Exclusive badges are now displayed on projects for VRChat. Awesome. The official booth world is now available in VRChat. Okay. Booth topic listing all the items appearing in booth prompts is now available. I don't know what that means. Okay, well, that still seems like a huge step in the right direction. Oh, you found I see. I think they might use both as VRC store, sounding like. Use Booth as VRC store. I mean, that would make sense, right? It's like Booth has the infrastructure to be a marketplace. Like VRChat is clearly has been struggling to get all the features they want out, for better or worse. Um, so it would make sense to me that they just partner with someone to actually do it properly. Someone that has experience with digital goods. Uh, but I think that's still a huge step in the right direction. I would not be surprised to see them announce a store partnership soon. Other way around, Booth is expanding their operation to include VRChat tags on digital goods. It does say that it was a. I closed it. Did I? Where'd it go? A collaboration. So, I'd be interested to know who initiated it. But the booth market is not VR exclusive. That's true. I don't think that's a bad thing though. Um, I've made like some of the items I've made um, have gone on to, like, people will buy them for like video games or something like that, which means there is a space for VR only market. That is very true. But I think like anything that's compatible with Unity is pretty much also compatible, or with VRChat is also compatible with Unity for the most part. Not necessarily their dynamics or stuff like that. And the Rex, I was interested to see. We were looking at the Rex VRChat avatar a little earlier, and they had a commercial license, which is super fascinating because it would allow anyone, any company, to use it for like products and stuff. And that is a fascinating thought. It's just interesting that VRChat is in such a crucial spot. I really think that whatever marketplace does exist will could allow for more than just VR. If I'm a random person who wants to get a killer VR skin, I will go to the VR only market, not browse through a whole indie market. That is very true. That's super fair. Um, I just think in the scope of how I think that you're right that there should be just a VR marketplace only. I'm just want skins for VRChat basically. Like, that's super valid and useful. No one wants to have to hunt down those avatars. Like, just show them to me so I can buy them. That's super fair. But in Booth, in the perspective of Booth, it's like yes, you'd want that VR only, and then also it's like, well, if these are ready to go for other types of sales, we'd probably want to allow that as well. Facilitate it. At least now you can search VR chat only. Absolutely, absolutely. That's essential to that. Um, but VR chat, I'm looking at you, VR chat. Why can't I search Booth inside of VR? And then just immediately one click have that avatar that I can use inside VR chat. That's what it needs to be. Why can't I search public models in VR? Exactly. Yeah, that, and I think obvious. It's not the EAC stuff, like eliminating mods. It wasn't just them going, oh, like there's problems and security and stuff. It's like those mods are actually also their competition, right? So I'd like to think that they are making active plans. They better be. Otherwise I'll be upset. Oh, absolutely. No, no, no. I totally get where you're coming from, Colin. And I think we're on the same page. Um, it is definitely an exciting business prospect. Both to just hypothesize on and to hopefully realize soon. Give it to me, VR chat. Give it to me. So I will be ending my stream in about 10 minutes. I will be just going to lunch. There's a if this is your first time here, first time viewing the stream, basically I split my day up into two streaming sessions. Why do you leave us? But I will be back. I will be back. I'm just gonna get get my lunch on, and then get my lunch and my munch on, and then I'll be back uh, in about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Usually it's around end at noon and come back around 2. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Colin. Very much appreciated. Thanks for sharing modeling. Absolutely, yeah. It is my pleasure. Um, I have really enjoyed streaming over the last basically year or so, full time. Um, it's really been awesome, honestly. There's nothing else like it. I can't really share my work anywhere else um, in a fun way. Yeah, yeah. I want to have a bit more to play with right here. Just get a nice. I guess I could do this. take this and extrude it. Then dissolve this portion. So we just have this here, like so. Now I have a little bit of volume to the lat muscle, latissimus dorsi. All right, that looks kind of nice. Should I dissolve this one? Just crease these again? No. Not like this. Also gives me a little bit more resolution there. It should help with the weight painting. Hopefully. I could. It's already what it's doing. Run this up here. Like that. Take this edge, rip it. Or we'll delete these faces. Extrude this. Bridge. And I could run a cut here and here. No, that's way too much. Let's undo that. Way too much. Maybe once we get to rigging, I'll do that. But for now, we'll leave that where it is. We are going to poke a hole right here. Because we will be making a tail. In a little bit. He's got like a cool little Shiba tail. It's got a little curl to it. A little swoop. So that'll be really fun to make. I also need to think about how it will work with the jacket. I think we'll have like a little almost zipper or something like that here. Yeah, that'll be fun. I'm excited for that. Yeah. And then boom. Zipper on top, couple snaps on the bottom. Yeah, exactly. Like a little, you can zip up your tail. The future is now. Zip up your tail. But we'll play with that a little bit later. I can just do this and that list. I could just extrude this almost like a zipper. But I think we'll have to wait till we actually have the tail made. So there's been my issues with outfits. It's tough. You're like I could do this, and then you start doing it, and then you're like, oh wait, but I haven't done this other part yet. I don't know exactly how it's gonna meet up. Excuse me. He's coming along well though. He doesn't have too much like fur tufts. Tufts. Just the hair mostly, and then on the tummy. There. So I have a tuft here, tuft there. We should be able to block out how to fit a damn tail with it. It should just. Assume that this only has 4 spots. We'll do that later. Okay, I'm gonna call you for the lunch morning session. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Colin, thank you for coming by this morning, hanging out. V3 as well. Kyomri, thank you all for hanging out. It looks like James came by. Thank you all for the follow, James, Drema, and Pichu. I hope you're all having an amazing Friday. Looking forward to the weekend. I will be back today for another session about 2 hours. So hope to see you all then. But if not, enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you Monday. Bye, y'all. Bye. Bye. Enjoy your day. See you all very soon. Bye, y'all.